Welcome to the Watering Hole. We're sitting down today with Misty Zandi Holup. How are you doing?
Hello. I am very, very good. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. So you got to play Born and Raised today.
Yes.
How was your set? How was it like? What's the experience been like?
My set was awesome. I enjoyed it so much. I love being able to meet people that have already heard about my music and also people that are hearing me for the first time. I think that's the cool thing about festivals is you just kind of get a whole conglomeration of people that love different artists and they all come to the same place, and then you might realize that you like another artist too. So it's a really, really cool vibe, and I was just happy to be part of it.
Awesome.
Is there somebody on the festival today that you're like, you want to catch their set or you got a chance to meet or something?
Well, I'm definitely going to catch Stephen Wilson Jr.'s set. He's a friend of mine, and he's on my record label, and I just love his work. So I'm going to catch his set later today. I'm really excited about that.
We just, 30 minutes ago,
Yeah.
got a chance to talk to him.
Cool.
And that was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
He's very, very intelligent. You can
Oh,
tell.
yeah.
And he was talking about being like, he's a scientist and got this like microbiology.
Yeah,
degree
no,
and
it's
everything.
pretty amazing. I was listening to that as well, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so unaccomplished. Like, I didn't even go to college. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, it takes all kinds of kinds, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, for sure. So what would you say some of your influences are, like when you started writing music, performing music, all of it?
So growing up, I always just loved listening to like traditional folk storyteller stuff. When I was really, really young, my dad would always play me just like bluegrass standards and stuff. We would listen to that kind of stuff on the radio in the car. And my grandma is from South Carolina, so I would listen to a lot of country music with her. And then I remember when I was, I think 11 or 12, I had asked my uncle, I said, what's your favorite song? And he was like, Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, Bob Dylan. And then I got on a Dylan kick.
Yeah.
And so I've always just really enjoyed a lot of that folky storytelling. I also have family members that all play music. My dad is a singer-songwriter, so is my aunt. My other aunt's a singer. My grandma sings and writes. Like, it's just kind of something that runs in our blood, and we've all been doing it for a while. So everyone's kind of influenced me over the years.
Right. Do you play multiple instruments or?
I play guitar and piano.
Okay.
I would love to play more instruments.
If you could play any instrument like right now, what would it be? And be like great at.
I would say mandolin.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a phenomenal choice.
I would love to just be amazing at mandolin
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just incredible. Just I've
Yeah.
been doing it for years right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you call home originally?
So I'm originally from Pennsylvania, Fort Washington, Pennsylvania, and then my family and I moved to New Jersey. And then I went to high school in New York City.
Wow.
Then I moved to LA when I was 18, and then I moved to Nashville.
Wow.
I've had kind of a really wild, weird life.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Might be our first guest from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
We've had anyone from Pennsylvania. Yeah.
A lot of northeastern people don't make it to these parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Is this your first time in Oklahoma?
This is my first time in Oklahoma.
Wow.
Love, love, love it so far.
Awesome. Hopefully you get to come back more often too, kind of really experience the full state as well.
Oh yeah, I would love to experience it more. I think that's the best part about touring and doing music. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes you don't really get to see the city you're in,
Yeah.
but my cousin and I were here and we extended our trip one day so that tomorrow we can kind of just check out Tulsa a little bit more,
Yeah.
experience the city. We took a little walk around last night, saw the Bob Dylan Museum, definitely hoping to check that out tomorrow. That's a goal.
Yeah.
We're crossing our fingers for that. So.
Yeah, for sure.
The church studio would be a cool place
Oh,
to check
yeah, it
out
would
too.
be.
What is
Have
that?
you heard of that?
No, what is that?
Go ahead.
So the church studio is where I forgot. I'm
Leon
blanking
Russell.
on his, Leon Russell. He started the church studio. They did a lot of recording there. A lot of people still do recording there. There have been several artists that have came through and did a lot of big name artists as well. I know Turnpike back in this spring they recorded like some live session stuff
cool.
there. But yeah, really interesting place. Got a lot of history. Definitely go check it out.
I definitely want to check that out. I feel like checking out different studios is one of the other coolest parts of doing all of this, just seeing where all of this beauty was created. It's so exciting to me. So yeah, I definitely want to check that out.
And are you a vinyl collector?
Oh, yes, I'm a
Okay.
vinyl collector.
Well, there's
Hell
a
yeah.
right across the street. There's a studio or a church studio's vinyl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they're connected, right?
I'm not sure if they are, but there's a
Yeah.
vinyl store just right down the street. Fantastic.
Oh,
store.
great.
Yeah.
This is going to get me in trouble. Y'all, I come home from so many tours with just a stack of vintage clothes and vinyl every time.
Yeah.
And my excuse is, number one, I'm saving the environment because it's all used.
Yeah.
And number two, it makes the world go round. The stuff is just great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So is there like a specific piece in the collection that you have that is like, wow, that's my favorite one, or that's like something I really enjoy having?
A favorite vinyl?
Yeah.
Gosh. I mean, I love all of my vinyl records. That's hard to choose because I love everything sounds better on vinyl. I will say I love making a little cup of tea and listening to Joni Mitchell.
Okay.
Any Joni album on vinyl.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be typical and say I like to put on blue, but like maybe I am typical because I love blue.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So, who is Zandi when you're not out on the road playing music? What are you doing when you're at home, like to relax or hobbies or anything like that?
I really like to be outside. I love to hike. That's one of my favorite things to do is just go on different hikes, explore different areas. I also do like a lot of vintage shopping in terms of like going to antique stores, going to thrift stores. I like going to the Goodwill bins, the Sally, just kind of loading up, finding one man's trash that becomes my treasure. That's a hobby of mine. I like to read books. I'm also super into a lot of mental health and self-help type of stuff. I'm really into kind of like self-improvement, recovery stuff. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I do. I'm a pretty chill person. I like to cook.
Okay.
I'm just a kind of creative person
Yeah,
in general.
yeah.
I like to be around a lot of creative stuff.
Yeah.
What-
So
Hold on. Okay. I got another answer to this question.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite dish to cook? If you could cook a dish for Bob Dylan, what would it be?
I know exactly what I'd cook. I'd say, Bob, I'm going to make you some of my homemade pierogies. So if you don't know what a pierogi is, they're a Polish dumpling.
Okay.
And they are basically, every culture has dumplings, right?
Yeah.
In some way or another. But Polish dumplings, you fill them with potatoes and cheese, and then you fry them in butter and onions. Honey, who's going to have a problem with that?
That sounds fantastic.
It's fantastic. My grandma taught me how to make pierogies. It's a very extensive process. You have to make your own dough, you roll it out, you make your filling, you put it in. It's a whole extensive thing, but I will say it's a labor of love. And if I make you pierogies, I really, really like you. So that's how I feel.
Well, we'll take note that you didn't bring us any of
Yeah.
those today.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, y'all. Don't let my lack of pierogies reflect on my feelings for you.
So you mentioned like liking to read like mental health books and self-help books, stuff like that. So how would you say that you would create music to help others go through like hard times or mental health struggles as well?
Well, I try to do that consciously with my work. What I normally do is I kind of just write what comes to me. I let the inspiration hit me, let the muse hit me, and just go with it. And then I decide after that's happened if this is something that the world wants to maybe hear. And I always like to put stuff online first to see how people react to it. That's the thing that I find really cool about 2024 is that we have access to just put stuff online and to give it to people directly and see what people actually resonate with, because I know what I feel and what makes me feel something. And so I just try to take pieces of my own story, be hella honest about it, and put it out and see if other people feel the same way.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I do that, really. I think the best way to answer that is just being vulnerable. I just try to be really vulnerable and honest about my own life. I don't live in a way where I'm hiding stuff in my music. You can get to know me pretty well if you listen to my songs. So.
Yeah.
Do you have switching it up here for a minute, do you have a dream vacation destination?
I have many dream vacation destinations. I would like to go to Poland.
Are
That's
you
something.
Polish?
Yes, I am
Okay.
part Polish. I would love to go to Poland and just be able to experience my people.
Yeah.
I've been to Costa Rica, and that was a dream of mine. I want to go back. I really love tropical vacations. I want to see the whole world, damn
Yeah.
it, I would love to see everything, but I kind of just try to let life take me where it's meant to take me. I'd never left the country until it was like last year. I mean, I'd been to Bermuda and the Bahamas before that when I was really young, like the 5th grade, but I had not left the country since, like never really traveled. Like I'd never been to Europe or anything like that. And my music is what took me there. And so I just kind of try to keep on doing that and seeing where I'm meant to be rather than pushing it, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to like always make a plan. I'm like, where's my plan supposed to take me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what acts do you think that you've been able to open for or have open for you that you've really enjoyed playing with?
Oh my gosh, I've enjoyed playing with every single act I've opened up for. I will say everyone I've opened up for has been so kind and so generous to me. I opened up for Jamie Johnson this summer, and he was so incredibly humble and kind and really tried to help me and like make the experience wonderful for me. We sang together every night during his set. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
I also opened up for Steve Earle, and that's been an amazing experience. Him and I have started writing songs together, and I think he's just obviously an incredible songwriter. So to be able to work closely with someone I opened up for is just amazing. I mean, I've opened up for a lot of really great people. 49 Winchester, I love those guys. They're just really, really nice people. I've had a great time with them on the road too. I could go on and on. I've opened up for a lot of great people, but I feel blessed in every way to just be there because these people have already built their own fan bases and they have people that love their music. So for them to kind of share that with me and say, hey, I'm kind of endorsing this person to go on before me, you should check her out. That's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What do you have coming up in the next few months that you want people to know about? Shows, music, all that kind of stuff.
So I'm in the midst of recording my album right now. I'm kind of finishing that up. I'm really excited about that. Stay tuned for more music being released. I also am directing a few short films to go along with my music. They're
awesome.
kind of like music videos that are really short films. Stay tuned for that. What else? I'm just always posting online and stuff. Yeah, just stay tuned for more songs and let me know what you think of them because I really don't care what anyone thinks of them besides the people that actually want to listen. So,
yeah,
the people that want to listen to my music, tell me what you think of my songs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Where can people find you on social media?
So my social media handle is at Zandi Holup, ZandiHolup, and that's the same for pretty much everything. If you just look up Zandi Holup, yeah, I mean, I'm playing around and stuff. You can always check my website. I've got my tour dates listed up there. And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of exciting stuff is going to happen once I release the album. I'm really excited about that, and that should be happening in the new year. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we've had a blast.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.